Hello. Your bedtime story tonight is Shrinking Sam by Miriam Latimer. Mum, I think I'm shrinking, said Sam. I couldn't reach my breakfast this morning and now I can't reach my coat. And I'm definitely not as tall as yesterday. Lovely, darling, said Mum. Now get ready for school or you'll miss the bus again. By the time Sam had got to school, he was sure he had shrunk even more. Where's your reading book, Sam? Asked Mrs. Barrett. Mrs. Barrett? I've shrunk so small, my pencil is the size of a crocodile. I think it's trying to eat me. Mrs. Barrett sent Sam home with a note. Sam is getting too big for his boots. No more nonsense, she wrote. By dinner time, the peas on Sam's plate were so big, just one of them filled his whole tummy. Dad, I'm definitely shrinking. I'm as small as a tomato. Pete, I'm knee-high to a grasshopper. Mum, Sam's throwing peas at me again, Pete said. Go and have a bath, Sam, and leave your brother alone, said Mum. Sam slid down to the floor and climbed into the flower pot. Kimber the dog bounded over. He seemed like a giant. Kimber, I'm shrinking. What am I going to do? Oh no, Kimber, don't. Choo! Kimber gave an enormous sneeze and Sam, who was now as light as a feather, floated all the way up to the top of the stairs. Yuck, Kimber. Now I'm going to have a bath. But the bath was too big for Sam, so he climbed up the side of a towel and played in the sink. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? He shouted. I'm shrinking away to nothing. As Sam washed, the water began to swirl around. Faster and faster it swirled, and as it swirled, it dropped lower and lower. The plug had come out. Oh no, Sam cried, as he felt himself being sucked down the plug hole. Help! Sam whooshed down the drain. His heart was thumping, and he was sure that he was going to drown. As the drain grew darker and colder, he began to shiver. Oh, is anyone there? He stuttered. He was shivering all over and his teeth were chattering. Is anyone there? His voice echoed back. Sam began to cry. Quick, grab hold of this, came a small voice, and Sam felt himself being pulled up onto a floating sponge. Who are you? He asked, staring at the small girl on the top of the sponge. I'm Izzy, she replied cheerfully. This happens to me all the time. I shrink every time my family ignores me. Today I shrank to so much that I fell down the toilet. Why are you so small? The same thing happened to me, but I fell down the sink, explained Sam, staring at her. As the two children shared their stories, they started to grow a bit. And as they listened to each other, they grew a bit more. Hooray! I'm starting to grow, cried Sam. So are you. Izzy just smiled. Come on, she said. We need to start paddling. I can see a light ahead. I think it's your home. What about you? Asked Sam. Don't you worry, the next stop's mine. Bye, Izzy, and thank you. Sam leapt off the sponge and into the light. He landed with a thump in a pile of damp clothes. Those are my pyjamas, and that's my sister's t-shirt. I know where I am. I'm inside my washing machine. But how am I going to get out? Woof, barked Kimber from the outside, and he bounded over, wagging his tail. He opened the door with his paw and gave Sam a big lick. Sam himself grew a little bit bigger. Sam, gurgled his baby sister. Wow, you've learnt to say my name. And little Amy blew him a kiss through the air, and Sam felt himself grow even bigger again. Hi, Sam, said Dad. Did you have your bath? Asked Mum. We wondered what you were up to. We thought you might have fallen down the plug hole. Sam grinned as Dad and Mum gave him a big, long hug. And he felt himself grow even bigger than before. Oh, I'm starving, he said. Is there anything to eat? I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you have a very lovely evening. Good night.